Thank you very much, Larry Ridley. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. We are ready for this draft champions matchup as you get a quick peek at some of the stars in today's game. We're ready to go. Let's get down to kickoff. The getting to know each other process is over. Time to get down to it. And we're off in week 3 of Draft Champions. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee. And that's at the 25.
Yeah, I seen you're still here.
Thank you, Larry. Brandon Gaudin, along with Charles Davis here in the booth. We are set for a spectacular draft champions matchup and some spectacular talent on your screen right now. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get down to the field for kickoff. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. To return, this is Doug Baldwin. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here we go! Brad 38!
They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he's brought down 12 yards on the... And that leads to a Carolina first down.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. picked up a nice chunk of yardage. If you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The previous play was a nice run, so they came back with a draw. I think they were trying to fool the defense into thinking they would throw the ball and wanted to run it again. Unsuccessful, but this team is definitely showing they want to keep it on the ground.
I got a head shake here.
They'll look to throw. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. Call it a gain of 3.
Gonna be short.
And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They're going to look to throw. He's got it. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
This is Elliott, and he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3?
I'm almost to 100 followers on here.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they he'll look to throw. And he's got a man open. That's Marshall. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Well, there was no blitz. That was just a draw play that, to be frank, didn't fool anybody.
Did we hear the entire stadium screaming draw? Because it felt like everybody was all over that play, and the defense won that battle.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB. And this is complete. It's Marshall. And
4th down.
This time at the 5-yard line.
Good defenses. It's understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They'll set up to throw. Right back for Marshall.
Didn't get it.
And the Panthers turned away on into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. And tough starting field position. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk
First
about
down.
all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule.
Nope, didn't get it.
After that run. That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Here's Ajayi. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
It's complete. Fleener, right side.
Stay on your
And he's
feet.
brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Time to step aside. We'll come back to San Diego after this timeout. On first down, Wentz. Caught, Kelsey, left side. They give him 15 more, and it's another first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete.
That was beautiful.
He's gonna take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there. 4 yards. And the Steelers
And I just
have
missed
taken
that
the
point.
lead. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Yeah, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time, but you didn't hold us the whole time.
Well, this is taken in. It's
Son of a-
complete. Play there for Carolina. 42 yards.
Today's receivers in the NFL, they're the complete package nowadays. We know they can run, we know they can catch, but they have those big frames now. So oftentimes they just out-physical guys downfield and go up and catch the football. And we saw a big gain as a result on that play.
And that's off the mark.
Okay.
Incomplete. Again, they were targeting Marshall there, and it's 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. And he works it to the 30-yard line at the 30. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here.
Now
by the
Sleepy
offense.
Hollow.
It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Got you.
The 2nd back at the 36. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. Now back to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that.
Didn't even catch the corner.
Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They'll come out in the pistol. This is Ajayi. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
All right, here we go.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. They set up the screen to Ajayi.
That's some
They'll give
fucking
him a yard on
bullshit.
the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Flush to his right. Dumps off to Halou. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 19 in picking up the first.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. Jeremy Maclin. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. So
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Get to the fucking line.
Has up its sleeves. Again, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
And the 13-year
Take my
man
3.
puts it through, and that will make our score 9.
I have no clue what this guy's saying.
So put 3 on the board, but from inside the 5, and I know we use this phrase a lot, but that's a big-time win for the defense.
It sure is. You've got the short field behind forward to turn up the pressure, and that was a nice sequence there to keep them out of the end zone.
So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these 2 teams. As we send you now to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA
Bring the ball
Sports
back.
Halftime report. Take it away, LR. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him a couple yards. He's out of bounds right around the 23. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked
I'll take the
okay.
5 yards.
In order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Throwing now is Wentz. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you.
Well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Wentz now on first down. To the right side, and he's got Maclin, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Drops it off to Ajayi. Wow, evasive.
Look at that ankle breaker.
Roughing the passer, that's shades of Charles Davis back in his playing days.
Oh, I sure wish it had been, Brandon. Back in my day, I didn't hit anyone hard enough to rough the passer. I had a number of teammates that handled that for me.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call.
Oh, he dropped it.
5 and keep it moving.
That should have been a touchdown.
So following the penalty, now 1st and 5. Shotgun now for Wentz. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Wentz going to look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Randy Gregory in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. Now back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Finding time. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38. Flex round.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And Pittsburgh getting...
And here comes the rage quit.
All right, Larry, hope everyone is settled in for a great Draft Champions contest. Here, lucky to witness it, I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. These guys that you see on your screen, they won't be witnessing. They will be participating in what should be an excellent game. Let's get down to the field. It's time for kick. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Past the 25. Couple of extra yards up to the 27-yard line. First down, Mariota. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open. When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Mariota now. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They're indeed going. It's Mariota. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Throwing on first is Wentz. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. It's a gain of 15 that time. And it'll give the Steelers a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They run with Ajayi. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Wentz. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on third down. Now Wentz on third down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
On comes Josh Brown for the field goal try. And Brown able to put it through. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had...
Jay's going to go. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jay, 75 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's an 8-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length,
looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. It's the safety, Kirk Coleman, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll come out in the pistol. From midfield, here's Wentz. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay,
I
good.
just need some chocolate and a box of tissue. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They run again with Ajayi. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front, they moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
On every snap, the defense is trying to establish who they are. But on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are. And that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive on those plays.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
He got 29 yards that time. And a good quarterback. Just a little bit of time to survey the scene. That's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Calais Campbell in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Big sack on 2nd down. Now the offense needs to convert here on 3rd. Mariota now from the 50. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. They find some open field here. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little.
And the Steelers pressure too much here. He's going down. Randy Gregory in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Second down, Mariota. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Calais Campbell in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So a big sack on second down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for third. Off the play fake, Mariota. He's going to launch this thing. He's got a man, complete. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. First down, Mariota. Caught on the right side, Reed. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Mariota now on second down. And Reed with it over the middle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Mariota on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Throwing again, Mariota on second and 10. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half here, Mariota. That's caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jordan Reed in the final seconds of the first half. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. And he is into the end zone, so they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Wentz. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Wentz now to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
To the right side of the plate. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
To the right side, it's Kelce. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go. 3-19.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here we go.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now Mariota. They set up the screen to Ajayi. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone, but sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. On third down, Mariota. Jordan Reed has it. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jordan Reed, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Buying time to his left. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
On first down, Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. The veteran Jeremy Maclin was the intended target, and that brings up fourth down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive, nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy.
And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And his guys are going to take over 39-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it, additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And we're back now in Mission Valley and San Diego. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And a loose football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jay Ajayi, 52 yards. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this.
No, put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Those things back up. Now a second down throw for Mariota. Flush to his right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
It's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. And the Steelers set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And the defense lines up looking for one final stop.
And they will be playing for the pass in this situation, not expecting any type of a run.
Second down, sacked by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. On third and long, it's Wentz. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Rashid Hageman. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a fourth down. Brown, the lone receiver, left. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Here's Mariota. Ajayi. And he'll get it up here this time. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They're still in search of the first down after that last completion. Mariota to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Wide open receiver complete. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And on fourth and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he gets this one